feel back and the rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. What? That little bell. Where is it? It's up there somewhere. There, I think. That little bell, so you're notified when new videos drop. I'm in a bit of a contemplative mood this morning. So, yeah, firstly, okay, we're talking about Star Wars. Of course we're talking about Star Wars, because Star Wars is opening up in less than a week. And, I feel kind of the same way about it as I do. Well, not exactly the same way. I feel the same way about it as I do about the British election, which I just cannot wait for it to be over. I can't wait for it. I mean, the British election, I am hoping the result's going to be something that I like. Honestly, I really don't care either way. To tell you the real truth, there's just one guy in it who I feel is an anti-Semite racist. And he's whipped up a bunch of other anti-Semitic racists. So I'd really like to see him lose. But other than that, I really don't care. So yeah, it's I'm just looking forward to it being over. All these leaks going crazy. So firstly, I want to say I feel bad for J.J. Abrams, because okay, this is a basic truth of life, that the easiest way out of trouble is owning up. You've seen this over and over again. The easiest way to get out of trouble when you've done something wrong or in a bad, is owning up. Tell the truth as quickly as possible, because the more that you avoid it and prevaricate, the bigger the fall you're gonna come to. And I'm pretty sure that's what the Rise of Skywalker was going to be. J.J. Abrams has been able to portray himself as this uber creative. And I think it's probably how he sees himself. He does see himself as being incredibly creative and inventive, and he has done a lot of things that are very crowd pleasing. I enjoyed the Force Awakens. I enjoyed Mission Impossible 3. That Mission Impossible. I enjoyed Star Trek 2009. But the problem is this. Writing is a real craft, which means takes work and effort, and you need anything of value takes work and effort. And I think he's been able to get away without putting in that work and effort because he's worked out a number of tricks, which I think Alias probably did it. I never saw Felicity. Didn't see much of Alias, but I think he saw a number of tricks that make people happy, and so he's never been able to work on his basic writing ability. Which you take someone like what's his name, Harlan Ellison, who I think he passed away, hasn't he? But I got a couple of books he did. He put out recently, a couple of years ago. One of them's called Honest Whoredom for 5 cents a word, which is when he used to just go and write these incredibly. He would just write and write stories, get paid 5 cents a word at these like pulpy magazines. But like that engine of having to like keep grinding your gears over his craft, homed him into being the creative giant that he either is or was. I don't know if he's alive. I think he passed away. I should look it up. So J.J. Abrams has managed not to do that, because Hollywood's a bad place. Hollywood is a place that doesn't make people better. It makes them into worse versions of themselves. So yeah, you're able to get away. So yeah, you're able to get away with using these like these storytelling tricks, these like crowd-pleasing tricks, these conjuring tricks. A conjuring trick is essentially you get somebody to look in another direction, and then you do something that they don't expect without them seeing it. So Alex Kurtzman uses exactly the same methodology. Just he doesn't know how to write at all. He's really, really, really bad at his job. I wonder how he got it, but he's like, I don't think he's ever done anything of merit. Like again, JJ, his directing talent is good. If he had a good script behind him, a lot like Zack Snyder. To be honest with you, it's like he had a good script behind him, really inventive, interesting director. So the mistake they made with Star Wars is not having a story. They had. You're able to do a beginning of a story with The Force Awakens, which I think is much easier, but he didn't have. It's clear this trilogy didn't have an overarching themes or story, which in all fairness, the original trilogy didn't have either. They thought that first movie was going to be a one-off. Nobody expected it to be as successful as it did. Was it Splinter of the Mind's Eye was the proposed sequel because they did that because it was a much smaller production. Nobody expected it to be that good. So, but at least George Lucas came from an era of people being able to write, being able to put understanding story. JJ just doesn't understand, and he's about to be exposed. He's about to be horribly exposed. I mean, exactly the same way that Dan and Dave were from Game of Thrones. They were they have not worked hard on their craft, whereas J.R.R. Martin, obviously did. So when they're working from his source material, they were fine. But as soon as they lost it, they're exposed. And look at their exposure. Look how awful it was. So I feel bad at this point for J.J. Abrams because I'm looking at some of these spoilers. Because who cares? Like honestly, I am not looking to be enthralled by this movie at all. Honestly, who cares? And they just get worse and worse by the minute. All the good ideas got thrown. And again, it's because I think the Rise of Skywalker is a bunch of cool stuff without a story to support it. You need a story. It's essentially without getting political, but the whole before the current Trump impeachment thing going on now. The previous one was Russian interference, and it was like they kept pointing to this cover up, and but there was no crime. He needed that central crime, that central tangible thing to be there to work around. So it's a bunch of cool stuff without a story. And honestly, why couldn't you have just brought in a storyteller, somebody who knows how to write stories to help him write a story, and then make a movie from that? I think it's because he didn't want to lose face. But everything always gets found out in the end. Is my general rule of life. Everything normally gets found out in the end. That's why my opening premise is fess up as early as you can to minimize your pain. So that's what. So this is just, and so that's my general overview of these spoilers. The worst of these spoilers is Han Solo returning for no apparent reason. Why would Harrison Ford do that? Maybe it's some old footage they had. Who knows? But under a week to go. But the point of this video, which I haven't actually got to yet, 8 minutes in, but the point is a pretty quick one, is this is the opening salvo of a lot of disappointment. Today, I think people have to be prepared for a lot of disappointments. Again, there's an election in England. At least half the people are going to be very disappointed tomorrow. At least half. Probably more. Rise of Skywalker comes out. It's a lot of people in the fandom menace are going to be very disappointed. I said in my other video, I'm ready to get my heart broken about Doctor Who by imagining it's not going to be woke trash, and I'm going to be disappointed. The odds are I'm going to be disappointed. There's a lot of Picard. We're going to be disappointed. A lot of people are going to be disappointed. So this is what I recommend for everyone to do, and I think you should really do it. Almost, if you do it daily, your life will be better for it. Make yourself a gratitude list. Just stop 5 minutes. Take 5 minutes a day out of your life just to sit down and think, what are you thankful for? What are you grateful for? And it makes you a better person. It makes you a happier person. I think 2019 has been a hard year. It's been a very hard year for entertainment. 2020 is going to be equally hard. I'm hoping that they're doing whatever damage control they can do right now to turn things around. I'm really hoping they've realized the audience is not interested in this garbage, this ideological garbage they're forcing upon us. And they decide they want money rather than to make ideological points. I don't know. A new interview just came out with from Doctor Who magazine. Came out today with Chris Chibnall. I'm going to read that before I make my next video, because I'm sure there's going to be many pearls of wisdom I can crawl across over that. But again, my basic point is make a list of it. Don't just, generally speaking, go, oh, I'm thankful. No, be as specific as you can. And I'm just telling you, it'll make your life better. It'll make you happier. And honestly, it would have made J.J. Abrams happier. It would have made him not head into this disaster that he's. But again, maybe the movie's good, but it seems to be everything coming out of Disney is we think this movie is gonna do badly. And honestly, the only hope they have for this movie not doing badly is it A being really really good and B not being woke at all. If they avoid that, if they can do those two things, which I doubt they can. I doubt they can do either of them. If they can do those, they can pull out a great movie. But again, I'm really hoping that Hollywood in general are doing whatever they can to put the brakes on. I'm hoping this next James Bond movie, for example, they're fixing it in the end. I'm really hoping they do that. Who knows? Again, time as always will tell. My name is Phila Beckham, the Rabbi from Another Planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop, and have a great day. Thank you for listening.